Hey team, it's KK, and I just had something on my heart that I really just needed to get out there. So, I know that summer is a busy time. I get it. This is probably the busiest summer of my life, okay? It really truly is. And I know that everybody's got kids and work and sports and everything else that goes on in the summer, okay? But here's what I want to tell you. People look at me and they say, oh, you are lucky you got to where you are. Oh, well, you have more friends than I do. Oh, well, you have your aunt who is, whatever. People have all these excuses of why I got to where I am. But here's what I want to tell you. None of you guys were there when I started. There's a select few of you that may have been in Advocare almost 3 years ago when I started that have stuck around that long. But when I first started Advocare, I knew that this is what I wanted. I knew that I could make money doing this. And I was willing to do whatever it took to get where I wanted to be, from where I was to where I wanted to be. You can ask Tanner, you can ask Aunt Carrie, you can ask my mom. Every single day, whatever time I had, I was messaging people, I was texting people, I was constantly, if I had free time, I was telling people what I was doing. At night, there were webinars, there were calls, just like you guys see me post on the team page, synthesis stuff, webinars by Danny McDaniel, training videos, champion makers training, all these resources. Every single day and every single night, I watched them. Danny McDaniel did the same webinar twice a week, and I watched it each time. Even though it was exactly the same, I watched it and I learned something different each time. I plugged in, and every time I learned something new, I put it into action, okay? I spent a lot of time in the beginning watching videos and training myself and being a student of this business, because that is what it takes. I lived in Dillon. I lived 2 hours from my sponsor. And whenever she did an event, I drove from Dillon just to go to the mixer and then drive back with a baby crying in the back seat. I did not care. I did what it took. Okay? So here's what I'm getting at. What are you doing? Are you plugging into the trainings? Are you listening to the calls? Are you in action? Are you participating in 30 and 30? Are you going to Success School? Are you hosting mixers? Are you going to your leaders' mixers when they're doing them? What are you doing? Okay? We all want this. We all want the money. We all want to help people. We all want to help ourselves. We all have our different reasons why we're doing this. But what are you doing to get yourself there? Okay? What are you doing to get yourself from where you are right now to where you want to be? Okay? Everything that you could possibly need is available for you. Everything. Okay? There are training sites, there's videos, there's calls, there's webinars at least one time a week, okay? Every Saturday, there's a Saturday morning training, okay? There are resources for you. I'm available. I am, okay? If you call me, I will answer. And if I don't answer, I will call you back. I am here for you too. But there is so much that you can plug into. And the question is, are you doing it? And if the answer is no, then I want you to reevaluate your level of commitment, okay? Are you committed to this? Are you committed to your success? Or are you just saying that you're in Advocare and you aren't plugging yourself in? I don't care if you've been in Advocare 1 day or 3 years. If there's a webinar, you should be watching it. If there's a call, you should be listening to it. Because if you're not, your team won't. You should always be growing yourself. If you want to get to where I am and above, you gotta do it. You gotta be committed. You have to have a no-quit mindset. You have to stop blaming everybody else for your shortcomings, and you just have to take ownership of your business, treat it like one, be a student of the business, and just go do it. Guys, there is nothing different that I can tell you that has not already been said. You know what to do. You just gotta go do it. So that is my video today. I am just pretty fired up. I just want, and this isn't supposed to be a mean video. This really isn't. I know I've got my serious face on, but it's because I've just heard so many people with so many different excuses. And after last night for Summer Synthesis having 5 people on it, guys, 5 people. Like, your leaders on Team Fusion are taking hours to put those things together of their time. Okay? And they're questions that you guys asked us. You said, this is what I'm struggling with. And we made videos and webinars to help you. You. And you're not plugging in. So should I just stop doing them? No, I will not stop doing them. But what I'm saying is you need to plug in. You need to take ownership, and you need to have a committed mindset. If there's a webinar and you have to choose between going to dinner and watching your webinar, I hope you choose the webinar if you're as committed to this as you say you are. So, like I said, this is me just being honest. I just needed to be honest about this. I am not being mean. I am not condemning anybody, because the beauty of Advocare is this is your business. And if you don't want to watch webinars, don't watch them. If you don't want to listen to calls, don't listen to calls. If you don't want to do three-way calls, don't do three-way calls. If you don't want to go to mixers, don't do it. All I'm saying is that's going to reflect your paycheck and how quickly you move in this business. So have a no excuse mindset, guys. I have kids. They're young. I have to find babysitters every time I do an event. If they're screaming and I have a webinar going, I have to go hide in the closet while they cry for a little bit. Like, I have that stuff too. Okay, I have a life outside of Advocare. I do. I know a lot of people don't think I do, but I do. And I have a lot of other things going on that aren't Advocare, but I will always be committed to this. I'm always in. And that is the attitude you have to have. So I hope you have a great rest of your evening. And I'm sorry if I scared anybody. I'm just being honest. Okay? Have a great night.